And hi, what's up everybody? You're welcome to Turn Up Zone right here on Rapid TV, channel 176 on Star Time. Turning up with your favorite superstars and making sure you have fun is one of those things I really love doing. It's a brand new episode and of course, I've got a superstar sitting right in front of me. She is a multiple award-winning actress, she is super talented and trust me when I say she's very good at what she does. So it's about that time you get glued to your TV screen because we are just about to send it out, baby. My name is Fortune Flows and I'm super excited to be your host on this show. So ladies and gentlemen, with no further ado, let's give it up as we turn it up for the one and only Jennifer Kevin Martin.
Not me smiling like ears to ears right now because you are doing so great. I love your outfit too. You look amazingly great.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
You look super amazing. I love the cap. You're gorgeous, baby. You are so beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Before we dive straight into the whole conversation, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on the show. I feel really privileged having you sitting right in front of me and I'm sitting next to my favorite celebrity covered. How you feeling?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. How have you been? What's been happening in your life lately?
Oh, well. I've been here. You know, I'm chilled. Nothing much. Just work.
Obviously. So let's just get to beat you. Who is Jennifer Kemi Martins?
You. Jennifer Kemi Martins is a girl. She's got 2 hands, 2 eyes, 1 nose.
Okay.
Well, Jennifer Kemi Martins is an actress and also a master of ceremony, also a TV presenter. So yes, that's who she is. And I love what I do, basically an entertainer.
Only one super talented. Like I said earlier, she is definitely talented. Let's talk about your movie career, right? So take us through your journey as an actress. How has it been for you?
It's not been a funny one though, but we give God the glory, of course. It all started when it was actually Uncle T who brought me into the industry.
Shout out to Uncle T.
Shout out to Uncle T. And it wasn't funny at first. It wasn't an easy journey, but then as time went on and on, you get to understand that consistency is key. Regardless of whatever you're doing, you have to be consistent. If you're not consistent, then you're going to lose it at the end of the day. So, I mean, the industry is not a joke. It's not hanky-panky. If you're serious, then you definitely are going to be moving. You know, it's a journey. And so as you're moving, you're getting closer and closer. But the more you leave it, you start from
Square
scratch.
one again.
Yeah, that's how it is. But the journey has been great though. I mean, I love what I do. I live what I do. So it's been an amazing one for me.
Okay. So can you remember your first movie role ever and what was the title of the movie?
My first movie ever was Black Widow.
What year was that?
That was in 2016.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Not really long, but
Right. And I played a Waka Pass role. It was just like one scene basically. But then, I mean, of course, I got to meet the superstars at the then, and even now they're still superstars. I mean, like DKD, that's Daniel K. Daniel, Linda Ejiofor. Uncle T was also in the movie. He was the one that recommended me for the job.
Wow.
Yeah, at the time. And shout out to Victor Chudi. I think Victor Chudi is one of the least appreciated person in the industry, especially right here in Abuja. Yes, he's been putting down the industry, like he's been holding it down. He was the PM on the job. He called me on the job that day. I went, and it was my first time ever. He made me comfortable on the set, and I was wondering what's going on here.
So meeting up with all these
Yeah.
several big names in the game, how does that make you feel? Did you at any point ever feel pressured? Did you feel tense walking around them? Like, how was it like for you?
Funny enough for me, right, I have never felt tensed working with a big name. In fact, I love working with the big names. for me, it's a good deal, and a good deal. Like, it's a platform for me to showcase myself, so I don't get pressured at all. One thing people don't understand is when you're working with the big names, you don't have to feel pressured. Once you're feeling pressured, you're gonna throw yourself off balance. Just people are gonna see through you, and then they will never recommend you for a job. But once you're good at what you do, you're true at what you do, definitely they'll call you back. They'll be like, yeah, there's this girl I worked with one time ago. She's so good. Can you please fix her in this role? You know? Yeah, so you just have to be confident when working with A-list, B-list, C-list actors.
So at what point in your career did you start getting the recognition you think you deserve?
Okay, first of all, shout out to Muritala Sule.
I know what you're talking about. I was on that set.
Yeah, you were on that set.
Let's not tell them the story.
He was my brother on that set. Yes, on NCA show. Yes,
this was supposed to be private.
Yes, but you know what I'm saying.
Now we've come a long way.
Yeah, but
story for another day anyway.
Exactly. And we both
actually watching this right now. Mom will be very proud.
Yeah, she's gonna be proud. Yeah. We both played brother and sister to Mommy Shola Shobowale. Like, it was an amazing journey. And that day, Muritala Sule, he just saw me. He was like, you look so much like Shola Shobowale. I think you can play her daughter. Yes.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay. Wow, I was so excited. And then the next job was Palace on AIT. Yeah.
I also followed that series too.
Yeah, that series. And I think that was when I started getting recognition. And before then, my mom would be like, all the time I go to auditions, locations, she'd be like, every time audition, location, audition, film Aori, what are you doing with your life? I felt discouraged. I cried that day. I was like, Mommy, I've been trying. I'm trying so hard. Sometimes I'll go to location, they will not give me food. You know, it's crazy. You know, the journey is actually crazy, but glory be to God, you know? Yeah. And I really appreciate young talent. I feel like if you know what you're doing, just keep doing it. Keep pushing. You definitely are going to reach the top.
Okay, keep pushing it. You're definitely going to reach the top. So let's go back to your mom now. So how does she feel at this point now, seeing you on almost every TV screen? Like, that's my daughter. How is it feeling like for her and for you too?
Oh my God, it's so amazing and joyful, because I didn't even tell my dad too much. I told my dad I was going to go into the movie industry, but then I didn't even tell him I was deep into it. He just called me one day and said, your auntie just called me from Mina. She said she saw you on TV. The next one again, your auntie from Ibadan.
That's celebrity feeling.
Yeah, you know, she said she saw you on TV, you know. And a lot of my family members, they kept calling my mom. My classmates kept calling. And they were like, Guy, I just saw you on TV.
Remember
right
those days where I would see you on TV and I would screenshot and send to you?
Yeah. You know, it was actually fun. And my mom is so proud of me right now. I mean, as a then, she was the one giving me transport fare to go for auditions and all that. But glory be to God right now.
Now you cruising.
Now me let's take this one now. Like, just like, you know, say. Right now, she's so happy.
Okay, so let's talk about the kind of movies that this generation is producing now. Will you compare it to what we've been producing before, like the early 80s, early 90s, the early 2000s? What do you think about
to be
right now?
Honest, right? I feel like in the early 90s, there were more stories to now.
Okay.
Right now, some people are trying, yes, but I feel like almost all the stories are similar. People are not digging deep into storytelling anymore. They just want okay, the funds that come from it. I mean, YouTube, yes, you can get a lot of money from YouTube, just posting your content on YouTube and all that. But there is something about storytelling. It's totally different from scripting. Having a script and storytelling is a two different ball game entirely. And I feel like in the earlys, like they tell more about deep stories that people can relate to, different stories. But right now, everyone is talking about love, 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 love.
But love is a beautiful thing, don't you think so?
Love is a beautiful thing. But I mean, right now they're making it choke us. Like, we're tired of the love thing already. Give us things. A lot of people are going through things every day.
Okay.
We see stories, we hear stories of, you know, parents abusing children. We want to see that out there to tell people that, okay, things like this are happening. But right now, we're all focused on one aspect of filmmaking. And that is why when we see sweet stories, everyone is glued to their screen. They're like, have you watched that movie? I mean, look at that story. Look at A Tribe Called Judah. That's a deep story. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, not just the love things. Yes, I mean, love can be infused, but I mean, there's so much life than just love. I'm planning to produce some movies, but then my stories are going to be raw, not just the glamour. It's definitely going to be raw, like what we see in everyday life. But people are scared. I feel like people are too scared to tell the real story of what is going on right now. There are a lot of things going on. I, as a girl child, I've been through a lot of things, abuses, harassment, and all that.
Talking about being a girl child now, there's something that has been making waves in the movie industry, sex for role. Have you ever come across that? How true is it?
Sex for a role. Well. It's very true. Some producers, some definitely want to have sex with a lady to give them a role. Definitely. But personally, I told myself when I entered the industry, I told myself I'm never going to compromise. And that's why today, tomorrow, forever, no producer or director will come back. I'll say, I'll give that girl a role because I slept with her. Never. And that's why whenever I have an opportunity to speak with the young ones, the ones growing up, I tell them, you have to build yourself to a point where nobody is going to take your food from your mouth because you can't offer something like sex to them. No. Let them know you for your craft. I, as a person, I cannot sit down and let someone spit on my craft.
But have you been in the position where you have to make that decision?
Yes. In that day, guess what? I think, funny enough, it was the first day ever I cried. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Yeah, I went on this movie location. You know, I've been given a script already. Then I was still an upcoming actor, of course. I was still upcoming, you know. And then that day, the director came to me. He was like, you know, your scene is just 3 scenes, Abby. They are just 3 scenes. But the producer can increase the scenes for you if you can just go into the room with him. And I just looked at the man and I was like, excuse me, sir. No, I cannot do that. Guess what? I was on that location for 1 week. Yes, they told us we were going to camp. So in my mind, I was like, okay, probably we're gonna like shoot in the next 2 minutes and all that. We're gonna be done. But we didn't get done. No. They told me to welfare in that job. After everything, guess how much they paid me because I did sleep with producer.
Okay.
I was paid 1,000 naira.
For how many days?
For 1 week.
Okay, so
I was crying on the bike when I was going home. I said, God.
Is that your most embarrassing moment ever in the industry?
Most embarrassing moment.
Wow.
No. In fact, that wasn't the most embarrassing. Nobody saw that part now. It was just me now. Now, my most embarrassing moment ever was I was called for a job, and then I was told that someone was supposed to take that role, but she wasn't picking up her calls at all. And then the way I was called, the money they offered was very good. Now I said, okay, I'm available. I was willing to like rush and go for the job. I went all the way from Kubwa to Lube for that job. I'm getting there.
Okay.
The person that was supposed to play the role Nike. And I told him that, oh, sorry. Hey God, this was me with my big box. I just had to like package my luggage when I was going back home. Guess what? It started to rain.
Wow.
And I was on the bike. I didn't have money. I didn't have money for boat or do you know how much? We go to Cuba. That boat money, I'm gonna eat Indomie for 10 days.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that was my most embarrassing moment.
How have you been able to navigate through that moment and being on set?
For me, when I'm on set, I'm blank. Everything else goes. It's just me and the character at the time, because that's what I'm focused on at that time. I just want to deliver, because I love what I do. So regardless of the pain, the heartbreak or whatever, I still want to deliver on my job.
So I was going to ask you this earlier. Have you been able to manage your social life, your career, and your love life?
Love life. I never get love life yet.
All the celebrities claim to be single, but I've got some fine ones in the building. You can just speak for me.
Oh my God, I beg, I didn't look for man.
There must be challenges, I guess, right? You know, starting from being an upcoming to the point you are today.
First of all, most of the time, the challenges is usually finances. But then, if you are actually focused and you've got vision, you definitely are going to mount a lot of obstacles. I remember my first good pay in the industry. I was so excited. I didn't even begin for it. And then the director just told me, okay, so this is it, and this is what we're going to be paying you. And I was so excited. I was super excited. I tell you what, I put my heart in that job. I put my soul. I'm telling you, because yeah. So there are a lot of challenges, getting to meet new people, new producers, new directors, everyone with their terms and conditions, and of course there are some challenging roles too. Like I remember a role where I had to dip myself inside the mud.
I saw that in your status. I saw that.
When the director told me about that role, I was like, excuse me, sir. Me dip myself? No. At this point now, I'm not an upcomer, sir. Look at me very
Look at
my skin. I'm gonna dip myself.
Just go dip yourself in the mud.
But then it comes with the job, and that's where commitment comes in. That's where you as an actor comes to play. For some people, it's just the glitz and glamour. No. What makes you an actor is when you go raw, when you hit those challenges. And that's why if you watch all these Hollywood movies where you see them getting into the mud, dragging themselves, getting dirty and all that, you're glued to that film because of what you're seeing. Normally, they cannot do stuff like that, you know? So, yes, I get really excited when I see a very good movie. Like, I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I start to scream when I watch a very good movie. And one of my best actors of all time, Taraji P. Henson. Gabby too is also one of mine, you know, those people. And then for Nigeria, I think Nse Ekpe-Etim, she's also a very fantastic actor for me though. Yeah, so when I see people like that and the likes, I get really inspired.
So before we go, or before we round up, any word of advice to your fans watching out there?
My advice for you is whatever you are doing, whatever you find your hands doing, do it well. Make sure do it well. People will look for you. And don't, whatever you do, bro, sis, drop pride though. Pride goes
Very, very
before a
important.
fall. Be humble, guy. You go make her, no worry.
Okay, so quickly, we have this game for you where you just have to pick. It's very easy. So I'm just going to be calling names and you just have to pick your favorite, you know. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Whiskey or Davido?
Davido.
Nigeria Jollof or Ghana Jollof?
Nigerian Jollof.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Tiwa Savage or Teps?
Tiwa.
Ashake or Shay Vibes?
Ashake.
Okay, Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix.
Well, YouTube is paying. Oh boy. Boxing or wrestling?
Wrestling.
Boat cruise or skydiving?
Boat cruise.
You don't try skydiving? You don't like heights?
I want to die.
Arasta or Tyler?
Star.
Omale or Rema?
Omale. I know almost all of Omale's songs, so yes, Omale for me.
Okay, Rita Dominic or Genevieve?
Jennifer.
Omotala or
Omotola. Don't mention the other person. I choose her already.
Timini or Zubimake?
Timini.
Right. RMD or Rabzinoa?
RMD.
I feel like all the girls in this movie industry is just crushing on RMD. Why? Is there something? What's really happening that we don't know?
For me, I feel like RMD has been in the game for a long time, as well as Ramsey, but he has been able to like put his feet on the ground. I think RMD is an inspiration to everyone in the industry. RMD and Momishola Shobali.
Yeah.
Yes, they are an inspiration to everybody in the industry because they've been there from time immemorial and they're still keeping it down. A lot of people that started with them then nowhere to be found right now, but they are still holding it. So yes.
Favorite movie of all time?
Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Yes.
Favorite character you always want to play in the movie over and over again?
Bad bitch.
Why?
Because I love to be a bad bitch.
Amazing. Eat at home or eat out?
Out! I don't like cooking. Out! We outside.
Your outside is expensive.
Yes, we eat outside. We don't eat inside.
So to all the boys that are planning to apply, just make sure that you
have
are
enough
willing
money
take
for
her
us to be eating
always
outside.
eat out. Okay, so it's been an amazing time right here with you on the show. I wish this never comes to an end, but come on, I have to leave the studios and it is what it is. So thank you so much for coming on the show, and this is where we wrap up the show and draw the curtains for today. My name is Fortune Flows, and I'll be right back on your screen again sometime next week. You'll have an amazing time out there and stay safe. One love.
Thank you.
This is your dress. It will suit you. Ma, try it. The clothes is smelling. Which smell be that? The clothes is smell. Ma, I beg, no be so. We dey sell only fresh clothes for this place. I beg, no be so. The smell no good at all. You said smell am now. Ma, this clothes no dey smell. Make I give you another one. This one's still fine. Just the manager. Try them. Almost the same color with this one.
This one again. This one too they smell now. Shall never carry my leg at a wrong shop like this.
Madam, wait till happen. Why you they talk like this now? If you don't like clothes, pick another one now.
I say this clothes they smell. If I know that clothes, why I go enter here?
Please, give me. If you know one like
You talk to me. You don't even get customer relationship at all. I check the pattern, it dey smell. Second one they smell. Now you they talk to me like this. If I don't like a man, they go, why I can't enter here? If I tell you something like,
Waiting they happen for here.
At the mall.